to sleep either, as here comes the man Canelo Alvarez. I don't know when you're going to sleep. You're fighting at 6 in the morning. Are you going to wake up early or stay up late? How's that going to work?
No, I'm going to wake up early.
What time?
Yeah, 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. I come here 3 weeks before because of that. I go to train at 4 in the morning and I go to sparring at that time, so I'm ready.
No, you mentioned on the video earlier, the process is what you still like about boxing. Your process for the last 10 years has been basically the same. You train in Southern California, you take a jet to Las Vegas, and you fight.
Yeah.
How different has this experience been? How different has the preparation been for this fight?
It's very different because, you know, at the beginning when I come here, it's very difficult. My body feels like a tire, you know, the time obviously hurts a little bit, but you know, the weather too is a little bit hard. But that's why I come 3 weeks before to adapt myself. And, you know, 5 days ago I start feeling like in home, so that's why I like the process. This kind of process for me is I'm glad to be in this kind of process.
Saul, the Cuban style can be very difficult, very tricky. I mean, these are savvy fighters with a big amateur pedigree. How do you plan on stopping them, getting them to fight? Do you think you can get them to fight, or do you think you're going to have to chase them around and this is going to go for the distance?
You know, patience. I think it's just about patience. Be patient at the beginning of the fight, do my job, and just find the ways to go in and do my job. It's all about patience.
Y ganchos al hígado.
Yes, all about in the body.
Well, I guess along those lines, it's been about 3 years since we've seen you collect a knockout. Everyone's wondering, can Canelo still knock guys out? You've beaten guys up, you've knocked them down, but you haven't put them out. Are you anxious at all to...
No, you know, you win the way you need to win, right? Sometimes you try so hard to knock out somebody and it's even harder. And like Berlanga, last fight, he tried to survive, and it's very difficult even more because they make the fight even more hard. But you know, I'm gonna do my job. If the knockout comes, welcome.
What did you think of Berlanga throwing a parade for himself just for going 12 rounds with you? Did you see those videos?
Oh my God!
Driving down the interstate partying?
That's I don't want to talk shit about that, but you know, that's a little bit weird because when you lose, you don't need to celebrate, right? And they asking who did better than the other and all that stuff. But you know, I don't care about that.
Nowadays, it's a moral victory for a lot of these champions or a lot of these top contenders to go the distance for you.
Yeah.
Moral victory, but not a real victory to take the title from you.
That's a mediocre mind. That's what I think.
Mediocre mind.
You've got a guy on this card that was in your camp in Jaime Munguia who you beat last year. It's a huge fight for Jaime Munguia coming off that loss to Bruno Saras. You've been training alongside him for this fight. Can you tell us what you've seen in him? How ready is he for this type of challenge?
What I see, obviously, we train in different times. Sometimes we train together, we help each other and everything. What I see, he's ready to take revenge on Saturday, for sure.
Canelo, how are you going to celebrate if you get the win? How are you going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo here in Saudi Arabia? What are you going to do?
Go out for breakfast, basically?
Take a breakfast with my family and then...
Non-alcoholic Coronas.
Yeah, zero. You know, we're going to find out a way with Mexicans, so...
Maybe we'll go hit Denny's together or something.
Yeah.
Thanks for swinging by. Canelo Alvarez, we'll see you tomorrow at the Open Workouts, ladies and gentlemen. He is the super middleweight champion of the world and looks